Have you ever had one of those days? The most challenging days when nothing is going right? Your coworker is quarantined. They won't be back to work for 2 weeks, meaning you have to pick up the load. The boss just reviewed your project and rejected it, so you have to start from scratch. And on top of that, your car barely got you to work this morning. It died just as you pulled into the parking lot. You had to push it the last 50 feet. Could this day be starting any worse? Are we surprised by our circumstances? In John 16, Jesus tells us, in the world you will have tribulation. Just as in the letter James, he reminds us when you encounter various trials. It's a truth we can know. We will encounter various trials. It's because of this truth that we've chosen our emphasis for Stewardship Month, to be stewarding challenging times. Yes, even our most difficult days, or even months or years of ongoing challenges, can be an opportunity to steward our most challenging times. And as we'll explore this week, an opportunity to steward our joy as well. You see, God owns our days. He's sovereign over our circumstances. He's also entrusted us all that we have, even in the midst of trials. So in our third stewardship principle, we know we can either increase or decrease what God's given. He wants us to increase it. Wait a minute. Does that mean God wants us to increase our trials, making life even more challenging? I don't think that's the principle here, but rather steward what we've been given in the midst of our trials. This week, we'll be exploring James 1 to see God's command for us to consider it all joy when we encounter various trials. We all have some level of joy in our hearts in the midst of trials. God wants us to increase it. I'm thankful that His Word gives us the steps to take that can increase our joy. I want to encourage you to read the letter of James before Sunday to see the whole picture of the letter, and then we'll spend our time together in chapter 1, verses 1 through 12. I hope you'll join us this Sunday and all throughout Stewardship Month to give thanks for God's provision so that we can steward even our most challenging times.